Watch this 17th episode of the Mahabharata. If you enjoy it, be sure to subscribe and access all the previous videos in one place. The sacred forest of Naimisharanya. The sages are seated on kusha grass, Desmostachia bipanata, seats. Their faces are calm and their gaze steady. The sacrificial fire burns steadily. Sauti stands before them with folded hands, facing the listeners. His facial features are clearly visible. Sauti continuing. O sages, listen. I shall tell you why Indra incurred sin, and why the son of the world-renowned sage Kashyapa was born as a bird. Sauti continuing. O sages, listen. I shall tell you why Indra incurred sin, and why the son of the world-renowned sage Kashyapa was born as a bird. He pauses briefly and looks at the faces of the listeners. Sauti explaining. I shall first narrate the account of how that mighty, wish-formed bird took birth. The sages listen attentively. The flames of the fire flicker. A scene from the past. A vast sacrificial arena. Sage Kashyapa has begun a sacrifice. His matted hair, beard, and serene face are clearly visible. Around him stand gods, sages, and Gandharvas. All proceed toward the forest to collect sacrificial wood. One god nods to another in agreement. The gods, together. Let us go to the forest to assist in the sacrifice. Indra steps forward. Confidence is visible on his face. Indra breaks wood as large as a mountain. He lifts it onto his head, swiftly carries it to the sacrificial ground, drops it there, and quickly returns. A narrow forest path. Tiny Balakhilya Sages, dwarf, move slowly ahead. Their bodies are the size of a thumb, yet their faces shine with ascetic brilliance. They carry palasha, that is Bhutia monosperma leaves, on their heads. They move forward but slowly. Seeing a cow-hoof pit on the path, they are unable to cross and stand there. Indra approaches swiftly and stops upon seeing them. He bursts into laughter at the sight. Indra, laughing mockingly. No words, only laughter filled with contempt visible on his face. The faces of the Balakhilya Sages, dwarf, grow stern. Balakhilya Sages, dwarf, angrily. In your arrogance you failed to recognize Brahmins and have mocked us. The fire of anger is visible in their eyes. The sages sit together at a sacrificial ground. Determination is visible on their faces. The fire altar burns brightly. One sage looks at the others and speaks. Balakhilya Sage. We shall perform a sacrifice and create a being 100 times more powerful than Indra. Another sage nods in agreement. Another sage. He shall assume any form, be immense in body, and conquer the 3 worlds. All offer oblations into the fire. The sacrifice begins. Indra, with a worried expression, hastily enters Kashyapa's hermitage. Kashyapa sits absorbed in meditation. Indra, anxiously. The Balakhilya, dwarf, sages are performing a sacrifice to create a being more powerful than I. Kashyapa opens his eyes and looks calmly at Indra. The Balakhilyas, dwarf sages, are offering oblations into the fire. Kashyapa enters swiftly. His face is grave yet compassionate. Kashyapa. Brahma has appointed me. Why are you performing a sacrifice to create another Indra? Do not transgress Brahma's command. The sages look at one another. Kashyapa, earnestly. Be pleased with his word and stop this sacrifice. Balakhilya, dwarf sages. We have endured much hardship in this sacrifice. If we accept your words now, everything will be wasted. Kashyapa steps forward and speaks firmly. Why should it be wasted? Let a lord of birds be born who will conquer the 3 worlds. The sages' faces grow calm. They exchange glances of agreement. The sacrifice subsides. Kashyapa turns toward Indra. Indra stands with his head bowed. Shame is visible on his face. Kashyapa, gravely. Never mock a Brahmin. Never be arrogant before a Brahmin. He looks directly into Indra's eyes. No one can escape the wrath of a Brahmin. Indra bows with folded hands. The scene slowly fades. The flames of the fire grow dim. The hermitage of sage Kashyapa. Indra bows and prepares to depart. Kashyapa's face is calm and radiant. Beside him stands Vinata in devotion. Their facial features are clearly visible. Indra bows and slowly departs. Kashyapa looks at Vinata with a gentle gaze. Kashyapa, your vow has borne fruit. Vinata's face lights up with joy. Time passes. Garuda is born from Vinata's womb. His form is fierce and radiant. The heavenly realm. Golden palaces and jewel-studded pillars. Garuda enters through the sky with his huge form. His wings are spread wide, his eyes blazing like fire. The gods stare in astonishment and fear. One deity raises a weapon. The gods, anxiously, attack. Mountains, spears, japhas, shaktis, bushandis, tomars, paragas, axes, discs, clubs, and maces rain down from all directions. The shower of weapons falls like clouds of dissolution. Amid the rain of weapons, Garuda stands unmoved. A fearless smile appears on his face. Garuda looks at the gods and smiles faintly. As fire blazes brighter when ghee is poured into it, so Garuda's splendor increases as the gods' weapons strike him. Garuda roars like thunderclouds. Garuda, to himself. Indra and the other gods are ignorant, increasing hostility against me. I could destroy them all in the blink of an eye. But I shall do only what is necessary. What gain is there in destruction? Garuda beats his wings with tremendous force. The sky fills with dust. The jeweled structures of Indra's Amaravati tremble. Jeweled pillars collapse under the force of his wings. Palace spires shatter. Indra, angered and concerned, turns toward Vayu. Blow this dust away. Vayu obeys, sending forth powerful winds. The dust clears. As the dust settles, the gods regroup. Anger and resolve are visible on their faces. They begin another shower of weapons. Garuda stands firm against them. He strikes with his wings, rends with his claws, and tears with his beak. The heads of the gods are covered in blood. Some bones are crushed. In heroic fury, Garuda beats his wings again. The battlefield is in chaos. The gods scatter in fear. Some flee south, others east. The 12 suns withdraw toward the west. The Ashvini Kumaras flee toward the north. Garuda remains steadfast in the sky, gazing around in victory. The scene gradually comes to stillness. The battlefield of heaven. The sky glows with a red fiery radiance. The gods regroup and stand firm. Their faces show exhaustion, yet their eyes burn with desperate resolve. Garuda spreads his vast wings in the sky, blazing like a tongue of fire. The gods return again and again, fighting desperately for the nectar. A god, shouting, "Protect the nectar!" Garuda's eyes blaze red like fire. In fury he blazes like a raging flame. Unable to endure his radiance, the gods fall defeated one after another. In a mere instant, Garuda conquers the 33 crore gods and ascends toward the lunar realm. The realm of the moon. All around is a blazing circle of fire. Flames rise high. Garuda's face is resolute, his gaze unwavering. Garuda looks around and beholds the burning flames. At once he assumes a golden body. With his radiant golden form, he enters the fire. Though the flames touch him, he remains unaffected and moves forward. Beyond the fire he sees a sharp, razor-edged spinning wheel. It spins so swiftly that even a fly would be cut into 100 pieces. Garuda fixes his steady gaze upon a needle-sized opening at the center of the wheel. In an instant he makes himself smaller than that opening, and passes through. He seizes the nectar. Concealing it within his wings, he swiftly takes flight. The skyway on his return. Garuda flies with the nectar. Suddenly a divine blue radiance fills the sky. Lord Vishnu appears before him, blazing with controlled fury. His expression is firm, his eyes luminous. Vishnu assumes his four-armed form, holding conch, discus, mace, and lotus. Garuda spreads his wings and stands firm. The battle begins. Vishnu hurls his weapons. Garuda counters with mighty wing blows, claw strikes, and fierce pecks. The heavens tremble. The battle continues for a long time. At last, a serene smile appears upon Vishnu's face. Vishnu. O sky roamer, I am pleased with your valor. Ask for a boon of your choice. Garuda replies with humility yet firmness. If you grant me a boon, let me always sit above you and be eternal and undecaying. Vishnu smiles gently. Vishnu. So be it. Garuda spreads his wings in joy. Garuda. You too must ask a boon from me. Vishnu replies calmly. Be my mount. Garuda bows his head and answers. My word is true. I shall be your mount. Having granted the higher seat, Lord Hari says with satisfaction, sit upon the chariot. Garuda respectfully takes his elevated place. The scene slowly settles into a calm blue radiance. In the sky, cleaving through the blue expanse, Garuda flies carrying the nectar. His wings are outstretched, his gaze firm. His speed is swifter than the wind. At a distance, King of the Gods Indra stands blazing with anger, holding his radiant thunderbolt. The sound of roaring clouds fills the atmosphere. Having granted boons to one another, Garuda proceeded with the nectar. His speed was even greater than that of the wind. Indra raises his thunderbolt with an angry glare. Indra, in a wrathful voice. Endure this strike of my thunderbolt, Garuda. He hurls the thunderbolt. The sky flashes with lightning. Garuda stands firm before the strike. The thunderbolt hits his body, yet he remains unmoved. Garuda, laughing, in a steady voice. O King of the Gods, if the thunderbolt fails, it will bring you shame. Weapons born of sages never prove futile. Even 100 thunderbolts cannot harm me. Yet, to uphold the word of the sages, I give you one feather from one of my wings. Garuda plucks a feather with his beak. He casts that feather toward the thunderbolt. Touched by the bolt, it shines and floats in the sky. Indra's eyes widen in astonishment. His anger subsides, and humility appears on his face. Indra, in a gentle voice. I am pleased by your character. I seek your friendship. Garuda bows his head and replies. From this day, I am your friend. The sky grows calm. The flash of the thunderbolt has faded. Indra and Garuda stand facing each other, their faces marked by mutual respect and understanding. Clouds drift below them. Indra, curiously. The account of your splendor is endless. Tell me truly, how great is your strength? Garuda smiles gently. Garuda, it is shameful to speak of one's own virtues. Yet, since you are my friend, I shall say this. Place the earth with the ocean on one side, and on the other, you and the entire city of the immortals. Bearing both, I shall fly through the air, and even in 1,000 years I shall not grow weary. He spreads his wings, demonstrating his power. Garuda, firmly. What boon should I ask? In the 3 worlds, nothing is unattainable for me. Yet I shall honor your word. Grant me this boon, that the hooded serpents be my food. For the deceitful and wicked serpents have caused sorrow to my mother. Indra nods in assent and says, so be it. A serene blue radiance spreads across the sky. Garuda secures the nectar to his breast and once again speeds away. The scene gradually fades. In the boundless path of the sky, Garuda flies swiftly carrying the nectar. His body shines with golden radiance, his wings spread wide touching the heavens. In the form of a shadow, King Indra invisibly follows him. In the distance, the dark palaces of Nāgaloka are visible. Having received the boon, Garuda departed, and Indra followed him in the form of his shadow. Indra, remaining unseen in the sky, asks, Indra, in a doubtful tone, where will you place the nectar now? If I take it, let there be no conflict between us. Garuda smiles gently but says nothing. Doubt remains on Indra's face. Like a falling star, Garuda swiftly descends into Nāgaloka. He calls all the serpents together. Garuda, in a loud voice. I have brought the nectar, behold it all. Free my mother from bondage. The serpents gather and say joyfully, Serpents, together. We have freed your mother from bondage. Garuda says firmly, bathe and purify yourselves, then come and drink the nectar in joy. I place the nectar upon this kusa grass. Desmastachia bipinnata. He places the nectar upon the kusa grass, Desmastachia bipinnata, and flies into the sky. In the courtyard of Nāgaloka, the nectar vessel rests upon the kusa grass, Desmastachia bipinnata. Silence surrounds the place. Suddenly Indra appears, takes the nectar, and vanishes. After some time, the serpents return from bathing. As soon as Garuda left it there, Indra immediately came, took the nectar, and disappeared. The serpents look toward the kusa grass, Desmastachia bipinnata. Serpents, astonished and sorrowful. Where has the nectar gone? Who has taken it? They understand. Indra has taken the nectar. The serpents begin to lick the kusa grass, Desmastachia bipinnata. Because of its sharp edges, their tongues were split. Since then serpents have forked tongues. The kusa grass, Desmastachia bipinnata, glows brightly. Touched by nectar, the kusa became sacred. Without kusa, all rites became fruitless. Against a softly illuminated background, the narrator's voice is heard. In the backdrop appear scenes of Garuda's valor, Vinata's liberation, the despair of the serpents, and the theft of the nectar. Sauti, in a calm and deep voice. Whoever hears of Garuda's valor, the liberation of Vinata, the despair of the serpents, and the taking of the nectar, his lifespan and fame increase. If one desires a son is born. If one desires wealth, wealth is gained. Upon whom Vinata's son Garuda is pleased, he grants blessings. Narration continues. This is the tale of the birth of Garuda in the initial chapter of the Mahabharata, woven into verse by Bidebus. The light slowly fades.